Hey guys, what's going on? So I was gonna do something. So on my Facebook group here, I was going to go and get a whole bunch of I was gonna get my group going. So I was gonna get a whole bunch of YouTube links from various YouTubers. If I can drag it over, okay. I was gonna get like a whole bunch of links, and I was gonna make put some comments on them, leave some general descriptions, and just flood my group with a bunch of random Pokemon card or Pokemon YouTube links, and just post them all in my group at once to wake my group up and get it going. I was gonna also throw in there a bunch of other posts, like a dailies post where I'm gonna say that I'm gonna list at least one Pokemon TCG item per day, whether it be singles or packs. Um, and I was going to make a post like that. I was going to make a separate post where I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to give a free code card away daily in the comments of this post. Keep an eye out for that. I was going to do I was going to do some things I could do to get my group going. But then, I noticed, like, I went on YouTube and I searched, like, Pokemon Card Community, and I went down, I started going down through all the videos, and, I started noticing some stuff, and I'm in the Pokemon card Facebook groups, and I try to be in as many as I can. And we all know about what's going on with the scalpers and what's going on with the big YouTubers, over exaggerating things. A lot of people's general opinion is that that's what they're doing, and over exaggerating prices and getting so many people into the community as collectors and stuff, but also getting so many financial opportunists into the community and everything. We all been there, we all done that. But as we can see, we're at a stalemate, we're at a pause, where Pokemon Card Company is trying to do what they can to get more product out. Retailers have put up a nice, amazing like shield defense guard, and they're like, okay, we're gonna make systems where we're going to put the product behind the service counters, and it's going to be lines and registrations and limits. It's not always consistent with stores, but more and more stores are getting on those procedures. Now, you see people mentioning something else, and I don't. There's probably people covering it and saying things, but I'm going to really expand upon it. You see people saying, okay, well, don't buy from scalpers, don't buy any prices that you see that are inflated beyond MSRP, whatever your opinion is, and I gotta think of something, because I wonder if it's double MSRP that's acceptable. But really, at the end of the day, everyone, yeah, I can't BS it. Look at my group here, buy, sell, trade. I mean, I always tell people when I walk around, I only buy to sell. That's me, you know. But going back to what I was saying, um, like there's no like double MSRP. I understand that. It's only MSRP where collectors and players of the game want, you know? And I know like I'm starting to sound, unrealistic to some people where it's like, oh well, I mean we're still selling out at triple MSRP, I've seen and you guys have seen LGS's like local or CSs, whatever, local game stores, local card shops, whatever. They're doing like some of them are doing like double retail, sometimes triple. Um, there's some that are just doing retail too, but a lot of them have switched over to something beyond retail, whether it be double or so on, triple, so on and so forth. Um, I'll say this now, is that I'm 2 to 4 years away from opening my own business that'll have, hopefully, its connection on the books connection to get new product on release for Pokemon and have a distributor, company license, whatever. I'm like 2 to 4 years away from that, is what I project. Now, honestly, you can, in my opinion, like, because I've gotten a lot of opinions from people, I think it's better to, like, get people in and to you the more right ways as opposed to the more wrong ones. So, like, I would rather have less customers and be known that, hey, this guy, like, he has a business storefront or whatever, but he's selling at MSRP always, or something like that. Or maybe, like, if anything, like 10% above MSRP, but not double, not 100% above MSRP. Maybe like 10, 20%. I don't know. But at least like on the side or something. But like at a storefront, I'd prefer MSRP. But anyway, um, now, give or take, people are going to be looking at me and saying, oh, well, you're BS. You're guaranteed to be selling at triple by the time you have your store up. Blah, 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 blah. Now, so the point of this video, because I've been ranting, is I was watching a YouTuber's video here, and I'm only 8 minutes into this video from Frosted Caribou, I think that's how you pronounce it. And so I've been watching some of her videos on and off, and all I've ever seen, it's been really more off than on, but all I've seen mostly is like openings, like nice, cool, inviting like Pokemon card openings. But then she has this video from March 4th. Today's March 30th, 2021, and I'm only 8 minutes in, and the first however so minutes, let me see, I'll be able to tell. The first like 3 or something minutes in, like 4 minutes in, 3 or 4 minutes in, it was showing you like, it's crazy. It was showing you just, everything everyone knows about, like the YouTubers hyping everything. And then it shows you how there's no product anywhere. Now, there was one particular clip she put in, and I'm going to play it right here, honestly. I'm going to play it right here because this is the point of my video. We're going to do this. I am going to make, the only thing I can do is sit back and try to draw everything out on my own, and then start making posts and videos, make a plan, try to make a plan, and just we're going to try to execute that plan. And everyone who participates will try and see what the results are going to be. But anyway, let me try to find this.
Adapt or die, dude, and I get it, but why does it have to be this way?
Not this. This one here.
Consumer, if we simply do not buy the product from these people that are asking for more, they will stop asking for more.
She started that with saying, as the consumer. So, that's just it. So what I'm going to try to do is, what I want to try to do is I want to try to devise a plan, and maybe it's like a 2-step plan, right? So I just thought of it in my head, but these details could change. But originally, like a month ago, I had thought, well, what if I just set a date that's like a month out, and we're all going to stop buying for a week, right? But even though that would, I think, the more people that would use it, I think there's a chance that it could see some progress or some, it could do a little something. I realize that it has to be more thought out. It has to be better executed, better planned, and have better details involved to really try to be able to do something. So, scratching that off for now. But what I thought of after seeing up until like 8 minutes of this video is, why don't we do a thing where, because we're going to have all the details of the new sets that come out. So, what about this? What about an idea where we say the next 2 sets, the next 2 new sets that come out, we try to do a boycott of every price, every seller, every platform that is not selling that product at the official MSRP. Then we do not buy from them. But it only works if you extend it to all fronts. These scalpers and everything are still going to go and buy everything out. But a lot of them aren't just the big boys. A lot of them are regular people, regular jobs, and they might need to push and sell that product in order for it to benefit them. And as I've been in that boat when I was buying stuff to flip, and I have to sell lower if they don't buy at what I want them to buy at, but I still have to sell lower. I can't hold on to it. A lot of people are in that boat where they can't afford to. That'll make them either that'll indefinitely make them probably buy less of it if it's harder for them to find a buyer. But our target and goal for this setup here and this movement that we would want to try to do is we don't just want to make it harder for them to sell the product at that higher price. We want to try to make it impossible. The goal is to try to make it impossible for people to sell the stuff at anything higher than MSRP. Now, hopefully what it at least does and is at least able to do is make it so that selling at triple is impossible. Everywhere, eBay, everything. I was going to mention eBay like a minute ago. You got to do it on all fronts as well. So, and if there's any, like, if you start seeing, like, there's eBay sold listing data that there's a whole bunch of boxes, like Elite Trainer boxes for a new set being sold at triple MSRP, like the day of release and the week of release, the day and the week of the movement, right? You gotta try to ignore those because let me tell you, it is one of the easiest things, especially for these big guys, especially for literally any sole lone individual that has money. It is so easy to manipulate sale data. You don't have to be a big YouTuber. You can be someone that looks on the Facebook groups and on the other socials with a burner fake account that doesn't talk to anybody, that is never talked to, never identified, and you can manipulate that market easy as anything. Let alone all the YouTubers that have their group chats, all the whatever that has the whatever, all the big investors that have their secret pages, secret group chats, whatever. Forget about them. Actually, why am I saying that? Never forget about them. What I'm getting at is that it's so easy to manipulate sale data. So if everyone, I feel like, bands together and says, we as collectors, we as players of the Pokemon trading card game want to try to, take these small new investors and scalpers that have come into the community and try to push them out. I think that's what we should do. Now, everyone can be civil about it. As like uncivil as I've seen is basically, people ranting at each other on social media, and what else? People exchanging words when they're in lines to buy product, blah, blah, blah. There's been some higher, more intense cases, but I know, like, trying to do something like this I wouldn't say it should cause a lot of controversy. There's going to be people that are going to be for it, and thank you so much for the support. You're the reason why this has a chance. And there's going to be people that are completely against it, but don't really necessarily care. They're going to be like, oh, well, I'm not a scalper, but I don't think your plan's going to work. People are still going to buy the product at double and triple MSRP because they still want it. We all want it. I'm talking to the people that want to buy the product, the new Pokemon card sets that come out. I'm talking to you that this is one of the ways you're going to be able to buy the product again, is if you do a successful boycott. Now, it's all about how much you people care about this and this situation. Because, when Rosa Parks did her thing, and I think it was her with the bus ban or something. I need to brush up on my history, but just essentially what I'm getting at is successful boycotts that have made change have happened. And these people are going to need us. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely go. If this thing gets big enough, more sellers, more local game stores and everything will revert to MSRP if they see a shift. Some of them are going to automatically revert if this gets big enough just in the talks, in the works, just gets out there. But this is just the pre-video. I'm going to make a more detailed official video with dates, with set names, and we're going to go do this. And I'm going to try this out. Basically, my idea is you take the next set that comes out, and we might skip one set because it might be too early on. I want to give this at least a 2-month boiling point. Give it at least 2 months to get out there. But yeah, that's basically it. It's just the simple thought, the simple thought process of we're going to commit to the next 2 new set releases that we're going to boycott them, boycott purchasing them everywhere from everyone, unless that price they are selling at is MSRP. And I think we might have a shot because you know what? You're not going to see me selling that set. I'll sell everything else. There's plenty of Pokemon card stuff out there. I'll sell everything else, but I won't be touching those 2 sets. Unless, hey, and I mean, I'm not knocking, if there's like, the Pokemon card Facebook group system, right? Or, I suppose, like, if people are selling for, say there's a $50 Elite Trainer box, if they're selling that for $60, I honestly encourage 2. If it's aftermarket, right? If it's aftermarket, I think that's nice and fair, and it's definitely a progression. You know what I mean? But don't let it go anything over that. If there's I forget what MSRP is on a booster box. MSRP Pokemon booster box. Let's see. It was like $144, I think. Where a lot of us are used to $90, $100 booster boxes. See, I can't see here. The MSRP, yeah, $144. So as long as a booster box's MSRP stays at $144, this article even says you can still like this at some point. This article is referencing that you could find them for $250 a pack, $90 a box. But anyway, as long as a booster box for a new set is still $144 MSRP, I would say at $144 for aftermarket, don't let the aftermarket go anything over $155. I wouldn't say $160. I would say $155 plus shipping. $155 plus shipping. But again, I gotta weed that out and figure that out in my brain how I want to talk about that, or if I just don't talk about aftermarket at all. Because some people buy at MSRP and sell, but they have a history of like not selling for that much more than MSRP. You know what I mean? I think that's still like something that is acceptable, but we don't really see that anymore because now that aftermarket price gap with the big crazy demand is 2 to 3 times above MSRP. So, yeah. But yeah. So, like I said a couple times in the video, that's just my thought. This is an unofficial video. It's not really the official video to this yet because I'm going to spend today and maybe a couple days hammering out the details, figuring out when the next 2 sets are. I'm hoping they're really good sets. I'm hoping there's another Charizard in them and then again, I'm not because I think this would be easier to do and accomplish without those Charizards and everything. But if we can with it, that would be awesome. But hey, I'll be the first to commit to it right off the bat, right before hitting upload. So I don't have a distributor that I can buy from or anything, but And then I have two local game stores I know, and I love them both. I love them both equally. I don't know what the prices for stuff for one of them is. The other one that was selling stuff for it was about double MSRP for like Shining Fates ETB. I'm not going to get into who that was or anything, but considering it was, anyway, I bought some to support them because I knew them. And I think it went for more. But point is that like, regardless of what we're in now, we have an opportunity to be in something else in the future. And do you want to just not do anything and wait on Walmart and Target to keep doing what they're doing and expand upon it? And do you want to wait on the Pokemon card company to try to do what they're doing to help with the numbers? I don't want to wait for them. I would rather see people coming together for an organized movement. Think of the Area 51 stuff, man. Like, think of that. Like, if they can do something like that, the Pokemon card community can do something like this, can run a successful boycott. Imagine, like, can these YouTubers do this, like, whole, like, Charizard hype, Pokemon card hype, price hype? And then these scalpers and everything can make it so that official resale value is 2 to 3 times MSRP and it's still selling. I think if they can do that, we can finally fight back. And now, I'm not trying to say like rage war or anything, but maybe so, honestly. Because honestly, the best wars to be raged are like the non-violent ones, but the ones that get stuff done. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying go out and protest or anything. I'm not going to add an additional day where we also get out there and protest. Yo, that'd be insane. No one would have ever thought of that unless I said it. But anyway, that's stupid. But we'll be together. We'll be in joint protest. We're just going to boycott the next two sets unless it's MSRP. So honestly, like when I do the more official version of the video, like maybe the standard should be don't accept $1 over MSRP. You know, if you're buying from a local game store, MSRP. If you're buying from Walmart or Target, should be MSRP, right? I would think. But if you're buying on eBay, eBay is a big one, MSRP, and I guarantee you, just imagine this blew up and everyone was on board and it was more of a positive than a negative. There's still going to be that double and triple sale data. Now, that's going to be either people that have the money, that want the stuff, and that don't care about the situation, or it's going to be, like I said in the beginning of the video, those people with money that have the ability to make insanely fake sale history because it is so easy to manipulate that stuff. But anyway, and they'd like the buyers that want to manipulate it don't even have to know the sellers. The sellers just need to list the stuff up, and they'll just find those listings, bang it out, and you'd think it's all over from there. It's not, because those are things we can try to ignore. Now you watch it, you look at it, you collect that data, and you take it in. But I want to be able to see a point where we can take in a drop in that sale data. And we can see a height in sale data for the prices that are closer to MSRP. But I want there to be a no man's land. That's what the goal is for this. Is you're going to see a new set on eBay and eBay sold listings that have sale data for triple MSRP. You're going to see a bunch of sold data on eBay for MSRP of that same product. I want there to be a no man's land where, say an Elite Trainer box is selling a lot for $50 a piece for the first week of its release, and quite a number are selling for $140. I don't want to see much sold in the middle. That's our target goal. Because you don't want to see people listing Oh, I can't sell it for 140. Let me try to sell it for 110. And then they get the sales. You don't want to let them, you don't want to, it's going to be a back and forth. You don't want to see that. What you do kind of want to see is if it goes for 50 and should only go for 50, yeah, maybe there's a lot of sale history for 70, 75, but we don't want to see 80. That's where the cap would be where we made a difference. However, what our target goal is, what we should really strive for is, if something goes for 50 plus shipping, you don't want to see it go beyond that. You don't want to see 60. You don't want to see it. If we've seen more and more sales for a $50 Elite Trainer box for 60 plus shipping, that would make me and I'm sure a lot of other people kind of feel better. That, we were able to do something. But again, us making progress and doing something here, and over there doesn't really honestly work unless it happens everywhere. Meaning eBay, meaning Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups going to be a big thing. Meaning just those things and local game stores. I mean, I love local game stores, but I prefer to support them, but they need to take the stand that's going to be the investment for them in the long run. Like I said, I only buy to sell. I don't collect, right? I'm in here to make money and stuff, right? I'm not gonna, even, take a middle ground on it where, people, because you see all over, if they have, triple MSRP, some people buy from them, maybe they sell out, but then there's a lot of people that walk out. They start boycotting those stores, right? On their own, right? Now, the lower they have their prices, the less that happens, and the more people are inclined to be cool with them and everything. But, as far as I would think, is, if you have your business license, you have a business, you're supposed to sell stuff at, MSRP. Typically, that's what you see for stuff. And you're supposed to be able to pay, all your bills, expenses, and taxes via that. I'm pretty sure. Even if that money is taken out of your profits, you're supposed to have a little bit of profits at the end at least. So, that's just my take on it. And it's the reason why I did this. So, and I'm getting a lot of laugh reacts, I think. No, not too much. But let me just click on this. So that's right before. Oh, they deleted it. Haha. Let me see if I can get the splash of it. Oh, they deleted it. Yep. In Burbank City, I posted something that said what did it say? As I forget exactly. I said something like the Pokemon card revolution is about to start or something, and they just deleted it. I kind of understand why and everything, but I mean, yeah, it's whatever. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a disclaimer video in my group, my sale page, and I'm gonna make my group public temporarily for a while, and I'm gonna host everything here and on my YouTube channel. I'm just gonna get it out there. I'm gonna try to sit down and think of some dates and some ways and procedures we can go about, and I'm gonna commit to them. And I'm gonna see who else will try to start committing to them, and at the end of the day, maybe something can happen. I don't see why there's anything wrong with someone saying, "Hey, let's boycott the next two sets on release, everything aside from MSRP on every platform." I don't see why there's anything wrong with that. I would love to hear the reasons why. If anyone thinks anything's wrong with that, tell us your reasons. Tell me your reasons. Let's talk about it. But yeah. basically it. So but yeah. All right, more official video coming. Peace. Wow, half hour. Oh god.